If Bobby from Queer Eye came in and decorated your tree, it would look like this. Hello, my little holly berries. Welcome back to the merriest place on the internet. Today we're going to be talking about how to make your Christmas tree look more professional, like the trees you see in a department store, or like Martha Stewart's Christmas tree. Those kinds of things. My first tip is to add 2 kinds of lights. There are a couple different ways to do this. You could mix warm lights and cool lights. You know how like some white lights lean blue and some white lights lean golden? That's warm and cold. No, other way around. Those leaning blue are cool and those leaning golden are warm. Very simple. Another way to mix 2 kinds of lights is to have some blinking and some solidly lit. This is a great way to get that real twinkle effect. All of the lights over here are blinking because I like my trees a little psychedelic disco. But again, in my main fancy tree in the living room, half of the lights twinkle softly and the other half just stay solidly on. It just creates more dimension. Another thing to do is to mix different bulb sizes. So take your tree and light it as you normally would, or just use the pre-lits that come with it, and then take an additional set of lights that have a bigger bulb. This creates a lot of dimension, also kind of makes you look at it and go, are there 2 lights? Is it all 1 light? Having 2 kinds of lights just makes your tree extra. Who doesn't want extra? I just am extra. My next tip is picks, affectionately referred to around here as the sticky outy things. Long things you stick in your tree that make it go branches, the twigs, the berries, the glittery whatevers. Again, it's all about dimension. It adds another layer of tree, sort of. This also makes your tree look a little fuller because it's like breaking out of its boundaries. The cage that is the evergreen, it's like, I'm free. It's another way to add sparkle, it's another way to add personality, it's another way to just your tree. Picks just add so much dimension. They give your eye somewhere to go when you're done looking at the tree. You're looking at it and then you keep looking at it because it keeps going. Picks. 3D tree, sticky outy. Another way to add a professional touch to your tree is to use 2 different kinds of ribbon. So when you take your ribbon down the tree or around your tree or whatever, do it first with a wider ribbon and then take a narrower ribbon that is different but complementary to the first ribbon and overlay it wide and then skinny. See, and then okay, you get it. Again, dimension, layers. It makes it look a little more thought about. Instead of having ribbon on your tree, you have intentional ribbon on your tree. It just adds that professionalism. We take our trees very seriously, and this is just a way to show your commitment and professionalism. Thought about ribbon. So use 2 different kinds of ribbon, contrasting but complementary colors and patterns. See what patterns match the theme you have going on with your tree, and then get a complementary one to go on top of it. Speaking of themes for your tree, pick one. This can be kind of tricky if you like to use a lot of your nostalgic ornaments, ornaments from your childhood, ornaments you've had forever, precious, wonderful, magical things your kids have made. If you're looking to do a new tree or if you're looking to get an additional tree, pick a theme. Pick a color palette, pick a theme, pick a scene. If you want more tips on how to pick a theme and how to go about theming your tree, let me know in the comments below and I'll put that together for you. So make your tree more professional by just choosing a theme. Very simple, but that might not work if you want to use some of your older ornaments that don't all go together. It's half a tip. No, just something to consider if you want your tree to look more professional. A great way to a great way to make your tree look professionally decorated is to really, really stuff it. Put so much in there that you really can't see the branches anymore. I'm gonna be honest with you and give you like this unpopular opinion. That's not my favorite way to decorate. I have a very organized, themed, professionally decorated, because I am a tree decorator. This is a professionally decorated tree, but it's not overstuffed. A lot of department stores lean that way. Hotel lobbies like to have the really stuffed trees. I personally like to still be able to see the tree. I think that's part of the whole idea, but a lot of very professional trees are just stuffed, overflowing, stuff. Big bulbs, really tucked in, things on the ends, everywhere, everything sticking out, ribbons and garland, everything. Stuff, stuff, stuff. Keep it on theme. This doesn't really work if everything's mismatched because then it's just chaotic and it's overwhelming and kind of exhausting to look at. But if you've got a theme, stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff. All different sizes and just get it all on there. Keep stuffing. Flowers, Christmas balls and baubles, ornaments that are shiny and glittery and reflective, big and small. Garland, ribbon, 2 different kinds. Stuff it with stuff. To make it really professional, get a very big, elaborate topper. Add to your topper. When you put your topper on the tree, put more with it. Add a ribbon, bow, get some picks sticking in there. Again, dimension, layers, and stuffing. Really, all these tips just kind of all go together. It's a thing. Layers, dimension, stuff, stuff, stuff. Elaborate. So don't keep it a simple topper unless you're doing a bow, and then make it a very big bow. Elaborate topper and over the topper. My last tip for you is don't ignore under the tree. Tree skirts, decorative barrels, baskets, whatever you're gonna put your tree in, and gifts. The simplest way to not ignore under your tree is to add a coordinating tree skirt. You can even spice it up a little bit by stuffing some tissue paper, wrapping paper, Christmas snow fluff under the tree skirt so that it's not along the base of your tree. Another simple way to do this is to coordinate your gift wrap under the tree. Pick a solid colored wrapping paper that goes with the color palette of your tree. Pick a couple different coordinating ribbon colors that also complement the tree, and have all your gifts match. That's what I do pretty much every year under the aforementioned fancy living room tree. All of the wrapping paper is exactly the same. I have one kind, and it's usually a solid color. Consider avoiding dark green with the wrapping paper and keep that to the ribbon just because it will blend in with the tree. Unless your tree is flocked, and then it will look. So match all of your gift wrapping for the presents under the tree, and or put in a nice tree skirt that's fluffed underneath so that it softly lands beneath your tree. Everything is coordinated and thought about, and you have your dimensions and layers. Professional tree. It's tree art, really. If you're interested in some Christmas tree hacks to just help your decorating go a little smoother, you can click or tap right there. And for more Christmas magic, you can click or tap down there. I'm off to spread more Christmas cheer, so until we meet again, sparkle on.